Hello.
Okay, what's up, y'all? So, actually, yes, I have seen cats do that before. So, I'm gonna start with a story of my own. So, the one I want to start with is it's always been a thing that was said is different animals present themselves to you at certain times is because you're special or you're chosen. Um, Also, too, that is not a good thing to buy animals. Now, this story starts with an animal that my mom got in a previous relationship she was in. So, um, now the cat was really smart. She would walk down the street with us. She would sit outside the store and wait for us to come out. And she knew to avoid the road. She knew to avoid cars and everything. And so when I caught her one time, like running off, and I asked her, I was like, "Well, where are you always running off to? Are you going to go see your boyfriend?" Because it's like she would hide where she was going, like she didn't want nobody to know. So one day I asked her, I was like, "Oh, when you gonna show me your boyfriend? You about to get ready to have babies, and you ain't even let him come up and meet the family or whatever, right?" So the next day I get home from school. I'm just a kid at this time. The next day I get home from school, she brings him to the back door. And I was like, "Oh, is this your boyfriend?" And then she did her like little bow off or whatever because she was quiet or whatever. Then he looked at me, came up a little bit, sniffed at me. And I was like, "Okay, then he kind of cute." And then they ran off. So, like, they get, you know, what you're saying, what you're telling them. But okay, so the story is what's about her daughter. So, um, she was very smart too, but this one spoke. So, not only that, she used to smoke, like to smoke. So she would ask, like, if you were sitting there smoking and she wanted some, she'll nudge you so she could like get a whiff of it, and she'll be putting her nose all in it, like she'll ask again, like if she got, like if she feel like she didn't get enough, then she'll run off. Now if you had snacks, she might want them, but it's like certain things that she liked and then certain things that she did not like. Like she liked cheeses. I remember that specifically. She liked cheeses. Then she was scared of little people for whatever reason. But it's a storyline to that too. Okay, so um, I remember like if my mom wasn't home, she'd be like, "Mama, Mama," like she would call for her. And if she see me, cause she hear me first, and she think I was my mom, she'd be like, "Mama," like she'll blow at me or whatever. And then it was getting to the point to where she started recognizing me and remembering my name off of other people calling me. And I was like, and I like talking to animals, so I'm teasing her like, "Now you gonna learn my name." And she started calling me by name. And so, they are really smart. Now this is the other thing I'm gonna get into. This is why I switched my background. So there's another thing called skinwalkers or Rougarou. So this is skinwalkers were, according to folklore, the indigenous people, the Native Americans, evil witches or wizards that could transform into animals at will, having and gaining their powers of transformation through sacrifice or close of a close relative. Now this one says behind the scenes in the legends. Hold on. In the legends of Native American people, most notably the I don't know how to say that. Southwest United States, skinwalkers are a type of witch with a power to transform into possess or disguise themselves as animals and people. Some traditionally held. Now, it used to be said that if these creatures would choose you, that you were seen to be special. Now, behind the scenes says In in the legend of certain Native American people, most notably the I'm not gonna say that word because I'm gonna mess it up. Southwest United States skinwalkers are a type of witch with a power to transform into possess or disguise themselves as animals and people. Now, this one says even though the legends was somewhat based in fact, the damaging rumors were spread unscrupulously. Hold on. The rumors were spread by unscrupulous nomad medicine men who were faking magical powers and fear exposure. They were actually Native Americans who used their power to mostly escape persecution from hunt from tribes. So if y'all know me, like I don't really talk about this amongst people that I know majorly, but I do know some stuff. Now I was supposed to be big into learning these different things. Now that's not what you were supposed to say. Why are you sabotaging? Anyways, now it was said at one point that you were special and you were chosen for these different positions, but a lot of these different creatures would present themselves in respect, you know, to be welcomed into your home. They said be careful if you decide to like push them out because they can get really easily offended. But not only that, they said they used to like reward you or grant you gifts or but also two people used to leave them gifts and offerings behind. Now some individuals are saying that's because they had a bad temper, and not only that, some storylines say that they were very tricky. Now, it's many things in the unseen, um, that different creatures that they don't talk about openly. And on a previous video, I talked about an encounter with one. I think I put it on my YouTube. And so, like you have to be very, very careful when dealing with them. Some people say ask them to present themselves to you or ask them what they are and how they here or why they're here. Some people say if you indulge them, then they're gonna start trying to trick you and play games. It's so many different things that's shifting right now. It's no telling as to why they chose you and why it chose to present itself to you, because I don't know if you see it, but that's what it's doing on its back. On its back, and how the cat flexed when it flexes its back face. It's a face there. But not only that, even if you do decide to let the cat go, you're already marked. You can see it in your house. I can see it. And so, not only that, cats naturally live behind their scents. And then, not only that, cats were um, said to be very sacred or special creatures. But not only that, because they were seen as easy gateways or doorways in between places. And so that's why they were so special. And that's why their eyes are narrow like they are. And so, it's just whether you choose to be friends, whether you choose to get rid of, be very careful what you choose to do, but it's chosen you for some. And so don't anger it. Whatever you do, do not anger them. All right. That's all. Bye, y'all.